Up, and it looks like we are starting. Actually, wait. No, I don't think this is... Huh. I don't know. Anyways, Dante gets the targets. So does DiggleWrath. This is probably like the hardest fight in the run. And they both killed them. DiggleWrath struggled a little bit with the upper target, but they both made it out. So right now they're just kind of making their way through the frigate. Coming up is like the first major trick in the run. It's a Cody ledge. Basically, you bomb jump up to this ledge, and then you wedge yourself in the corner, and it repositions you up on top of the ledge like that. Dante got it first try, nice. DiggleWrath is actually opting to go around the room, opting not to do Cody ledge. I'm not sure what he spelled. Did he spell SG for SpeedGaming? I don't know. Anyways, this right here is the first actual boss fight, not counting targets. It's actually possible to kill the Parasite Queen really fast by abusing the fact that if you hold C up or press the shoot button, it actually resets the missile cooldown. So you can just kind of spam missiles like that, and Parasite Queen kind of gets instantly invalidated. Okay, so now it's going to start the frigate escape. This is a major reset point for a lot of runs, because if he does frigate right, then there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Frigate right saves about a minute on the in-game timer and an extra 40 seconds RTA. So, and he's going for it. So by morphing in a specific spot right there while moving forward, you can clip out of bounds. And then instead of going through like all the ventilation tubes, DiggleWrath doing frigate left. So you'll see DiggleWrath is going to go through all these like ventilation tubes, while Dante, he's actually going back the way he came. And so it cuts out a few rooms, and it's overall it's about a minute faster. So every room is inside of a box, and inside that box you have normal physics, and outside the box you float upward slowly. And whenever you walk off a ledge in this game, you have, or walk into the box, you have 3 frames where you can input a jump. And so if you dip into the box, jump, and then dip out of the box, you could use that to gain height. It's called ether jumping. The area outside the box is called the ether. So like he's walking around in the ether right now. And he's out. Okay, so he saves, looks like he saved about 15 seconds. Mostly it was those ether jumps, but still. Saved about 15 seconds on the in-game timer with that. And then another 40 seconds of RTA because he doesn't have to watch this Ridley cutscene. And then also, the item loss cutscene right here. Now, although Dante did skip losing his items here, there are actually 2 item loss sequences. You'll see DiggleWrath is going to lose his items right now. But Dante's also losing his items right now because whenever you land on Talon, it sets your inventory to be empty, and so he doesn't have anything. Now, he's going to do a dash here, and it lets you skip about a third of the game. And you get the space jump boots early. Basically, the way dashing works is you're supposed to, if you release the B button while in midair, while locked onto something, you get like this sideways burst of speed, and it's supposed to be used for like dodging attacks, right? But they forgot to put a speed cap, and also they forgot to have it reset your speed whenever you let go. So what you do is you just you do the dash, but you let go of L, and then you can keep that speed, and you can use it to go like wherever you want. Dante making his way to Chozo. So he's doing a ghetto jump up here to get that missile, and then he's going to go get this E-tank. Now, Space Jump allowed you to get that missile, and now you can go here straight to Morph Ball, whereas without Space Jump, you would have to go all the way down to Hive Totem. That's the only missile that's accessible. Or you can technically get that missile on the ledge without Space Jump, but it's task only. Now those like scarabs, they do a ton of damage if you're like standing, but for some reason they do basically nothing if you're morphed. So you can just roll right through them. Now coming up, this next room, it loads almost instantly, but it doesn't open until the rest of the rooms load. So if you pull up the map, it stops those from loading, and that door opens instantly. It's weird. Now we're going to go get Charge Beam. I believe with this route, Charge Beam is not a necessary item. Like, you can finish without it. But, you want Charge Beam. Charge Beam saves significant amount of time in, like, every boss fight. Or no, not every boss fight. Actually... no, probably just the Ridley fight. Because you skip Exo. And... or, no, also Essence. Yeah, so the Ridley fight and Essence. And then also probably Omega Pirate, because you need you would need to get full power bombs to do it without charge. And then also it saves time on the ghost fights. The ghost fights are really slow without charge. Normally in the vanilla game, charge is required to get the Artifact of Wild, but we can actually do the Artifact of Early Wild. So now we're entering this boss. Their official name is the Incinerator Drone, but we call him Zoid after the developer who created him, David Zoid Kirsch. He's the one who also designed like the room loading system. This boss, it has 35 seconds of variance. The first round he can delay his head popping up by up to 5 seconds, and then the other 3 rounds by up to 10 seconds. You can tell if like you have like a decent one versus a trash tier one if the music loops. If the music loops, then it's bad content. But yeah, so this is one of like the 2 most RNG parts of the run. Actually, there are 3 parts that are really RNG dependent in this run. There's Zoid, there's the Power Bomb Maze, and then also there's the Exo Subchamber 4. The other ones also have some RNG, but Subchamber 4 is like the worst one. Okay. Okay, now are we going to see him do IBBF? Come on, early X-ray route. Early X-ray route. No. Okay, well, there's a new route. It saves like, I think it saves like 20 seconds, realistically. It gets X. It does IBBF and then it gets X right now, but it's really hard. So he just did a bomb jump there. Normally you're supposed to scan these like 6 things. But you can do a bomb jump there. It saves like 6 seconds. Or you're supposed to scan 4 things, sorry. Yeah, the bomb jump saves like 6 seconds, so if you get a second try, you're not saving time. But everyone does it because like scanning those things is annoying. Okay, so those bomb slots there, they're not actually bomb slots. The game's lying to you. They're damage triggers that are vulnerable to bomb and power bomb type damage. And the triggers, they actually extend outside the tube. So what you're seeing him do here is he'll dash to the quote-unquote bomb slots, and then he's bombing them from outside. Interestingly, Flagra is actually also vulnerable to Wave Buster type damage. I have no clue why. No, okay, he missed one of the Flagra dashes. So Flagra dead. DiggleWrath doing that bomb jump as well. Struggling a bit with it. He got it. So this boss fight is pretty funny in the sense that it's more cutscenes than boss. Some people call it like Michael Bay. it's like this boss fight feels really slow. And so like you might think that maybe like for some optimal any percent route or something, you might want to skip Faria, but like really because it's all just cutscenes, this boss fight is like it's really fast. On the in-game timer. Also, the amount of E-tanks needed to skip Varia would eat into all of the time save. So now we're going to see him do the Artifact of Early Wild. Normally you're supposed to go get the super missiles and go get the spider ball. But you can actually wedge yourself in the corner here. And the friction lets you gives you like enough time between the bombs that you can actually infinite bomb jump back up. And then you can... No! Sloppy! No! Sloppy! No! Hyper slop. No! Press F to pay respects. When was the last time he saved? I don't think he saved after Zoid, did he? Did he like cut stream? Oh, yep, okay, he forfeit. Okay. F. That was tragic. Yeah, so that bomb jump, the hardest part of it is getting that unmorph at the top. If you like mess it up the slightest bit, the game it'll either like give you an instant unmorph, which completely kills your momentum, or it'll like I don't know. That's the main thing that happens. You'll get an instant unmorph. Sometimes if you like don't get the right stick movement though, then you won't make it. But usually it's an instant unmorph. Okay, DiggleWrath. DiggleWrath is now going to attempt the artifact of early wild. Oh, nope. No! 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 It's over. Tragic. No. Okay. Okay, so what is happening? On okay, so looks like DiggleWrath is going to finish. Dante, it's over 100 in his house, and his PC is starting to overheat, so he's done. Okay. Okay. Looks like he's starting again. That was really unfortunate. Yeah, Sir Row, the Dante, he failed the artifact of early wild. And then DiggleWrath also failed the artifact of early wild. So DiggleWrath has to restart. Dante is opting not to restart because his house is like 100 degrees right now. Is he gonna get doored here? No, he didn't. Okay, so yeah, so he's doing the rapid fire missiles here. By holding up on the C stick, you can reset the missile cooldown and you can instantly invalidate the Parasite Queen.
Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately.
I'm pretty sure that if you had Boost Ball during this segment, Frigate Wall Crawl would like I'm not sure if it would save time. It definitely wouldn't save anywhere near as much time as it does. Just because you could be boosting through all of this. And boost is like really fast. I'm not sure what would happen if you had space jump, because on the one hand, it would save some time in here, but on the other hand, it would also save time on the wall crawl. Oh, I just realized DiggleWrath forgot to turn Fusion Suit back on. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, so right here DiggleWrath's gonna lose his items. What's really funny is this cutscene actually heals you. After this cutscene you'll be at 99 health. It's really funny. Anyways, so it is actually possible to skip this item loss sequence by doing Frigate Right. Or also there's another secret world you can do in one of the tunnels. But there's actually a second item loss sequence whenever you land on Talon. And so even if you skip this one, it's not actually like a true item loss skip. It's really just it delays losing your items. Actually finding item loss skip would require some type of like wrong warp or something, which isn't gonna happen. So yeah, just did SJF, and that skips about a third of the game. Krupe 17, he didn't actually forfeit less than 10 minutes into the run. What happened was he got past Flagra, but then he failed the artifact of early wild and he didn't save. And then it just so happens that DiggleWrath also failed the artifact of early wild and also didn't save. So we're actually like like over a half hour in. As for why Dante didn't decide to continue, it's like 100 degrees in his house, and so he's not feeling it today. Yeah. Okay, so he's getting the charge beam here. And then after charge beam, he's gonna go up and get the bombs. No, no. Okay. So this boss is called Zoid because the programmer who created him is named Zoid. He has 35 seconds of variance. He can delay his head popping up by 5 seconds in the first round and 10 on each subsequent round. I believe that the way it works is like every frame he has like a small chance. Rob M. Santos. Dante failed Artifact of Early Wild and didn't save. And then DiggleWrath also failed the Artifact of Early Wild and didn't save, so he had to restart. But like we're actually like 40 minutes in. He reset the timer. So yeah, I believe the way Zoid works is there's like a chance on every frame for him to pop up, And then if it doesn't happen after 5 seconds, he just automatically pops up. And so what that means is you're more likely to get a bad Zoid than a good Zoid. At least that's how I understand it. I could be completely wrong though. Okay. There's a very high likelihood we see him go down and save right now. Yep, that's what he's doing. Just so that what just happened doesn't happen again. No. So normally you're supposed to be scanning all these things around this room, but you can actually do a bomb jump here. And you can just bomb jump over this gate. I believe scanning the things only loses like 6 seconds, so if you get the bomb jump like second or third try, it's not faster, but the bomb jump is cool, so... So, these dudes, these bomb slots, they're not actually bomb slots. The game's lying. They're damage triggers, vulnerable to bomb type damage. They're also vulnerable to power bomb type damage. But they're vulnerable to bomb type damage, so you don't actually have to go into the slot. You can just get near them and lay a bomb. I believe TAS, because it gets an early power bomb, TAS, it can actually, it uses a power bomb to break 3 of them at once. Okay. So this boss fight feels really slow, but it's mostly just because of the cutscenes. On the in-game timer, this boss fight's actually really fast. Okay. Come on. So this is the artifact of early wild. This is what caused both of them to reset. And he gets it. Nice. Okay. So now he's making his way through Magmore to go get the boost ball and the wave beam. Oh, something I missed was that artifact in Lava Lake. Some people seem to think you need the super missiles for that, but you don't. It's just 2 missiles or 4 missiles on hard mode. So here he's making his way into Fendrana Canyon. And getting the boost ball. Now, normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get the boost ball, and then you're supposed to go all the way back to the Talon overworld to go get the space jump boots. But you can skip all of that, and you can go straight for wave beam now. Actually, even without the boots, you can go get wave beam. But it's dumb. Treasure Ice Temple is kind of annoying. So we're gonna probably see him do. He's gonna do the fight, and then oh no. There's he's gonna do this fight for wave beam, and then he's gonna do a trick called infinite speed. Basically, if you can get stuck inside the collision in a certain way and hold a specific direction on the control stick, you can actually build up angular momentum exponentially. And after what's it called? After 55 seconds, your speed gets set to nan. Your angular momentum gets set to nan, which also sets your angular speed to nan. And then if you boost while you have nan angular momentum, the game gets confused. And it causes essentially every collision check to return true. And then, causes every collision check to return true. And so you can use it to, like, collect items. In this case, he's going to be using it to collect the artifact of sun without plasma beam. So you can see he's building up angular momentum here. Now you have to be careful if you once you have nan angular momentum, if you unmorph, it sets a bunch of other values to. Oh, what happened to Dantemustdie234? He failed artifact to early wild. Anyways, if you unmorph, it sets a bunch of other values to nan. Including the translation portion of the camera matrix. And so you get a glitch called light show. So if you saw before he started this, he shut the door. And the reason for that is he needs to get out of this room without unmorphing. Actually, you can't actually open wave, ice, or plasma doors because while you have light show, your shots don't work properly. So yeah, there he just got the artifact of sun. I think you saw, like, for one frame there, he had light show, but then he remorphed again. Remorphing doesn't always fix light show. You need to remorph while you're inside of a trigger that fixes the camera. And the reason you do that is to get rid of the infinite speed. Boosting while you have infinite speed is glitchy and it can crash the game. And so you generally want to avoid doing it whenever possible. You only want to use the infinite speed to do what you're doing, and then don't boost otherwise, because it risks crashing and it's just not worth. So for both this and there's an infinite speed coming up. Both of them, they find something to cancel the light show so that they can boost. So in this game, I believe the only uses for infinite speed are collecting items, but in Echoes it sees a lot more use. It's used for collecting items in some categories. It used to be used for getting out of bounds to skip item loss. You would touch a trigger that triggers a cutscene that places you out of bounds. You can also use it to touch other triggers like for killing Caretaker. With 2 infinite speeds, it's possible to kill Caretaker without actually having to fight them. You touch one that like says that Caretaker's dead, and then you touch another that opens the door. And then also in 2 categories, you use infinite speed to you use it to touch the elevator hologram in Central Hive East Transport. Wait, okay, yeah. So you touch the elevator hologram there, and then you actually get the wall crawl with light show. Anyways, now DiggleWrath is making his way back to Chozo, and he's doing this primarily to get Ice Beam, and then also to get another Power Bomb. Or not another Power Bomb, to get a Power Bomb using another infinite speed. Because this route uses infinite speed twice, it's called the double IS route. Most other routes only use it once, and that's for the Artifact of Sun. Actually, what you'll often see is people will go out of bounds prior to Wave Beam, and they'll actually use an infinite speed that lets you get both Wave Beam and Sun at the same time. So it's called a Wave Sun. So now he's... Oh, he also has to get the Artifact of Life Giver here. So he's doing an underwater ghetto jump there, too. Basically what happens is if you run up against a slope and you jump, it gives you more vertical velocity. And that's amplified underwater by the lower gravity. So yeah, now we're gonna see him go get the power bomb. There's a power bomb expansion in Magma Pool. Normally, you're supposed to already have the power bombs to get it because it's behind a power bomb wall. But we can use our friend called Infinite Speed. We can touch it from the other side. So yeah. I believe the reason he's holding boost right now is because lowering the camera angle like that reduces the lag. Doesn't have any effect on the in-game time, but it saves RTA. So yeah, he has the infinite speed right now, so aside from getting that power bomb, he doesn't want to boost. And now he's going to go into here, and he's going to get inside this camera trigger, unmorph, morph again, and it fixes the light show. Now, he still can't unmorph without getting light show again, but he can boost. So in order to like permanently fix the light show, you have to get into a you need to touch a trigger that fully resets the camera matrix. So here you're going to use a save station, but in other situations you can use elevators. You can use specific cutscenes, like with the Wave Sun wall crawl. The cutscene for collecting wave beam fixes light show. For the old method of doing ILS and echoes, the cutscene that places you out of bounds fixes light show. I'm not sure why he laid that power bomb. So normally you're supposed to use Spider Ball here, but it's not necessary. You can just jump on that peg. So he's about to go get the ice beam. And then after getting the ice beam, gonna go get the X-ray. So again, you're supposed to have the spider ball here. That's really more of a suggestion. We have this thing called jumping. That can also be used. Now this is the worst room in the game. This half pipe can like steal your momentum. It's really dumb. No one likes this room. There was a community poll once, and like 2/3 of the people voted it as worst room in the game. And then, is one of Diggle's dogs barking? No. Not that I'm aware of. Might be a washing machine on my end. My bad. Not much I can really do about it though. Let me see. Yeah, let me turn up my noise gate a bit. Okay, that should be a little better. Anyways, so yeah, there was a community poll on that, and 2/3 of the people voted that Life Curve Tunnel was the worst room in the game. And then like half the people that voted a different room, like Frozen Pike or MQA, they were like, oh, I voted that because I didn't see Life Curve Tunnel on the list. Okay, so now that he has the X-ray, now we're kind of getting into like the second half of the run. I think the only rooms with fission Metroids in this version of the game are Phazon Core. That and like the Essence fight. In like Trilogy, I know they put some in like Phazon Processing Center. But okay. So now he's going to go get the plasma beam. Here he's... they're supposed to have Spider Ball to get across Twin Fires Tunnel. But, you can either do like a B-hop, or he's doing this dash. So here he's skipping the grapple beam by jumping onto that block, and then yeah, so you're supposed to have the Spider Ball, especially for geothermal core, but you can actually using some jumps. They're not actually that hard. You can skip the Spider Ball here. The hardest part of skipping Spider Ball is the two spider shafts called Shaft 1 and Shaft 2. Those rooms are so bad without Spider Ball. So yeah, you can walk around along the edge of the rim in this rim, and then you can jump up onto those blocks and make your way into the plasma beam room. I believe it's plasma processing. Now he's gonna go make his way to Farfendrana. Dante? Yeah, Dante gave up like an hour ago. What happened was they both failed Artifact of Early Wild. But Dante, it's like 100 degrees in his house, so he's just not feeling it today. DiggleWrath also failed Artifact of Early Wild. But he opted to restart. Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Oh no, did he fall down Vendrana's edge? No. Vendrana's edge would be a... Vendrana's edge would be like a contender for worst room in the game if Life Growth Tunnel didn't exist. Anyways, he just climbed Vendrana's edge and got the Artifact of Spirit. Oh. Oh wait, what? No. No, don't tell me. No, 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 no. No! No! Dang. Okay. DiggleWrath just forfeit. This whole race has been tragic. This is oof. Well, let's press F for DiggleWrath, and for Dante, let me see. This is like not good. Ew, okay, that's all he has to say. Yeah, this was tragic. Do you want to come in here for an interview? Okay, I will send you an invite. Okay, here. I'll also send one to Dante, but I'm not sure he wants to.
Okay, hi. Oh man, that was just garbage. I am not happy about that.
This race was pretty poggers.
More like anti-poggers.
This was bad content.
Yeah. Oh god. I apologize. I was playing like trash the entire time, except like my first run that died. That was okay. That was pretty good. I think I was ahead of my splits.
I knew this was gonna be a long one when both of you failed early wild. I was like, oof.
But then Dante was having problems with, like, I guess his air conditioning, whatever it was.
Yeah. His air conditioner is broken.
Oh yeah, that's no good. God, just that entire run, like, up to like Flogger again was pretty good. I was pretty happy with where I was.
Yeah.
And then all that happened, and ew.
Yeah,
just like once Dante forfeit, like my head just stopped being there. Like I wasn't like able to get into this.
Yeah.
Just I was just not in the right headspace.
Dante was telling me like the same thing after that happened too. The early wild, he's just like that plus the 100 degrees.
Yeah.
This wasn't the day.
No.
Do we know if this race is going to get like rescheduled or something, or
Dante was apparently just willing to give me the win, but I would rather reschedule because it doesn't feel good like this. Like even if I did finish, I would want to reschedule anyways.
Yeah.
But now I especially want to, if he still wants to, of course.
Yeah. If he wants to, that would be nice, but also part of me is getting the sense that like he's kind of feeling out of it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he had a rough storm come through, and that did a lot to his family's health. So
Hmm.
I think that's weighing on him a bit too. But I don't know. I probably shouldn't be speaking for him without knowing exactly. Anyway, this is what happens when you don't play the game for a week and you just completely forget about the tournament and that you're in it, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I hope we can get this rescheduled because I don't want this to be like, I don't want to win like this.
Okay. We'll work it out with Dante.
Yeah.
Nice. I guess that's pretty much the conclusion of this. I don't think there's anything else I have really to say.
There really isn't.
Okay, well, I guess peace.
Yeah, peace. Sorry about this.